Chenji.
Yeah. What are you laughing at?
Why do you look like you just stepped off centre court at Wimbledon? What is this?
What is this?
What? You're wearing all white today.
I mean,
It's like what? You're playing cricket after this?
I tell you what. I like this all white outfit.
Are we struggling right now to are we struggling? Are we struggling to wear different outfits for every episode?
No, I don't think we're struggling. No, actually, to our listeners, have you noticed that every single episode that we've been recording?
This is episode 9.
Yeah.
Is it? Or episode 8?
9.
This is episode 9. It's 9 different t-shirts. I mean, we've got a lot more.
But it's not t-shirt. It's just all golf gear.
Yeah. Obviously, like it's a golf podcast. We have to wear golf gear, no?
I've just actually realised the only money I spend on clothes right now is on golf clothes.
Same.
Because I pretty much, I go to work, I go home, I probably just go to the golf course.
Yeah.
On the weekends, I go to the golf course.
Yeah.
No nightlife.
No.
Holidays, I wear golf gear.
Yeah.
We've become like the golf dads or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like all you've got is like golf clothes. Like
mate,
we can easily go on for another 10 episodes without wearing the same,
without recycling the clothes.
Golf
outfit.
outfit.
I agree with you. I definitely have a lot more golf clothes than normal clothes. But mate, they're comfortable. They're nice.
Yeah,
they
brilliant.
look good. I love my golf stuff.
And apparently you just got back from playing from centre court.
Yeah, you look like Roger Federer's Chinese cousin.
Chinese cousin.
Right. So this episode, by the way, welcome back to the golf. Oh my God. Welcome back to episode 9 of a Rice and Slice Golf Show podcast. My name is Theo, and this tennis player to my right is Chenji Meng. Hi, Chenji.
Hi there.
Chenji.
Thanks for inviting me, a tennis player, to your golf podcast.
You can literally count as one of our guests.
Okay, great.
Number 2 guest.
Perfect.
Right. So, Chenji, we are recording this before you go away. So this is like we're recording 2 podcasts in one day. So if we're a bit groggy, is that a word?
I don't know, mate. I just can't. I'm going to Mexico for 2 weeks.
So
I'm not bringing my golf clubs.
No.
I'm not going to play golf. It's been, even in the winter, I haven't gone by 2 weeks without touching my golf clubs. We go to the driving range.
Chenji, stop moaning. Stop complaining. You're going to Mexico on holiday for 2 weeks, and you're complaining that you won't be playing golf.
No, I'm seriously concerned.
No. While I'm in the UK, and all of my golf friends are away on holiday, and I cannot play golf. I'm not going by myself to play golf, Chenji, again. I'm through with that stage. I'm not doing that again. So you're having a good time while I'm still at work in this crappy weather, and I can't even go out and play golf. I've got nobody to play golf with, Chenji.
You're like that guy, the Pablo Escobar meme from Narcos. All alone. The Pablo Escobar one.
Oh my God!
That's
exactly what I'm like.
Like he's in prison,
where he's standing in the pool,
standing in the pool, sitting at home, dining by himself. But instead of being Pablo Escobar, you've got your little golf hat on, Pro V1s in hand.
That's exactly what I feel like, Chenji.
Right there.
I feel very alone. Yeah.
With our hands in the back as well, just like.
I feel very alone, Chenji. Thank you. Thank you for having a good time in Mexico. Well, have a great time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So you're going away tomorrow for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks.
So as you're watching this podcast, Chenji's actually in Mexico. We were talking about doing a podcast via Zoom or Skype, but I don't like the way they look. I don't know. I've seen a couple of podcasts on YouTube where they do it through Zoom. I don't like it. There's a delay. There's mic kind of drops in and out.
We're professionals.
We're way more professional
than
that.
We're professionals. Come on. We've got the studio, got the setup, got the mixer, everything.
We've got everything. So I feel like we're a bit too good for a Zoom podcast.
No, I think so as well.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
So you have a good time. You have a good time. Thank you for making even more work for me.
No, but seriously, I feel like I already know. I feel like golf at this point is an addiction for me.
Yeah, it is.
And
as is for me and lots of people.
It's like a week. If I don't play golf a week, if I don't touch clubs, at least even if I'm going to the driving range, right? If I'm not going to the driving range, I just feel like my hands are going to be itchy. I'll be sweating everywhere. I'm just thinking, what am I going to do?
You're going to have a great time eating tacos. Is that Mexico?
I'll be eating tacos. I'll be going diving. I'll be going snorkeling, margaritas, and Yeah, but it's not golf,
Stop.
is it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No,
Chenji,
but come on,
please.
seriously, where I'm going,
Chenji.
there's no golf courses.
Chenji.
And actually, there is one. So I'm going to Oaxaca, which is in the middle of the country, in Mexico. That's where all they produce the tequila, the mezcal, your favorite. I'll bring us a bottle back.
Again, you go to this nice place and you never invite me, Chenji.
The first thing you do, right? Usually, or you go into Oaxaca, you Google, right? What's the best distillery, like the tequila distillery? What's the best sort of like things to do? Any fun city activities? When I knew after I booked my flight to Oaxaca, the first thing I Googled was golf courses in Oaxaca.
I do that as well. I went to Skiathos a couple of weeks ago, the smallest little island in Greece, and I was like, I wonder, straight on Google, nearest golf courses, or is there a golf course in Skiathos in Greece? No. It's a tiny little island. There's barely anything in there. But yeah, to be fair, I do the same thing.
But there is one in Oaxaca, I had a look at it.
But can you go?
Of course, I don't know yet. I might just show up,
You're going for 2 weeks. That's a long time to go to Mexico. You're going for a wedding?
Go for a wedding, yeah.
So is it like a big wedding or a small wedding?
Big wedding.
Like when you say big,
Oh.
listen, when you say big, what's a
True.
big wedding?
No, not big enough compared to Greek weddings, I suppose.
Okay, so is it like 100 people?
I think so, yeah.
And do you know most of these people?
Yeah.
So
So friends I haven't seen for a long time. So it's
Okay, so
brilliant.
you're going to have a great time.
Absolutely.
So do any of these people play golf?
No.
Nobody?
No.
So you're there for 2 weeks. That's such a long time for me. Like that's a long time to be away, right? Can you get away for like half a day?
I don't think so.
For 2 weeks? Is there things to do with everybody for 2 weeks?
Yeah,
I'm going to get bored of people. Me and you, 2 weeks.
I haven't seen these people for like 3 years.
I know, man, but it's 2 whole
Just wanna-
weeks,
we'll
morning
just-
till night.
I know, but we'll see.
I don't know, but I think we're just different
seriously,
people.
I might last minute decide I'm going to carry my golf clubs with me all the way to Mexico.
No. You don't have to carry your golf clubs. Just go rent some,
Yeah,
like
true,
you did in
true.
Cyprus.
Yeah, true.
But make sure you book
Good
them
tip.
before you.
Oh my goodness.
Make sure you book them, Chenji, before you turn up. Yeah. Don't just book a tea time, Chenji, and turn up and be like, oh, by the way, I need some golf clubs, and then they're like, oh, we don't have any golf clubs for you because you didn't book them.
I'm just
Because I feel like we've been there before, no?
have we?
Let me think. Yeah, 2 days before my wedding, we went to Aphrodite Hills. We can talk about this.
Oh my gosh.
We went to Aphrodite Hills in Paphos. We've booked this tea. I booked this tea time 2 months before, like, going to Cyprus. And I was like, Chenji, we're going to go play Secret Valley. We're going to play Aphrodite Hills. We're going to play at Ilia Golf Estate. And then I'm like, and I booked everything. And I was like, I made a list. I was like, we're going this on this day, this on this day, this on this day.
Fantastic.
So throughout the 2 months, I was texting Chenji. Chenji, this is before the podcast. Are you bringing your golf clubs because we need to book them? He was like, no. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to call and book clubs for you because I was going to take mine. Chenji was like, oh no, actually, I might take mine. It's not that expensive. And then he was like, yes and no, I'm not taking them. I'm not taking them. In the end,
no, because the airport is like, they've been losing stuff. I'm just like, oh no, I don't want to lose my golf clubs.
I get it, but you ended up not bringing your golf clubs. Obviously, I was in Cyprus a couple of weeks before you, and I forgot to like catch up with you and be like, Chenji, by the way, are you bringing golf clubs? I need to know. I forgot to ask him. He ended up last minute. He ended up not bringing his golf clubs.
No, literally the day before my flight, I was going to bring them.
Yeah.
And the day on the flight, I decided not to bring them
because of like just extra extra baggage, extra whatever. He ends up not bringing them. We went to Aphrodite Hills.
I arrived at like 1 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
And then the next morning at 9 o'clock, that was our tea time.
Yeah. So we went bright and early. I had a really rough night the night before. I don't know if I told you.
You did,
I went out and it was rough.
And then you had to drive an hour to get to the golf course.
It was like I had a rough. It's like the roughest I've probably ever been.
Oh my gosh.
There was a lot of alcohol involved.
I wonder why.
Yeah, and then I went to sleep. I woke up. I was still pretty hungover.
2 hours of sleep, basically.
Not even that.
Wow.
And I was on the cusp. I don't know if I've told you this.
What?
I woke up. I had to wait. I went to bed at like 5 in the morning.
Oh, you almost wanted to cancel, did you?
And this is so funny. I went to bed at 5 in the morning, and I had to wake up at 7 to make my 9 a.m. tea time in Paphos, and I'm in Larnaca, and that's like an hour and a half drive, easy.
Yeah.
And I went, and it was the first time I've ever seen traffic in a Cypriot highway. I've never ever seen traffic, and I'm like driving, and I'm like falling asleep. And I actually woke up, and I went on WhatsApp. I found your name, and I wrote, I'm really, really sorry, Chenji. I can't make it today. I don't feel well. And as I'm writing the message, I'm like, I can't let him down. I can't let because I know how excited Chenji was. So I got up. I did like the 1, 2, 3 up. I got up. I got dressed, and then I went to Paphos, and I actually like didn't delete the message. And when I saw you at like 8:30, I was like, Chenji, look what I wrote. I forgot to delete this. And I I was so close on cancelling, and I'm so glad I didn't because we had a great time.
We did.
We went to Aphrodite Hills. We had like a 10 a.m. Tea time booked.
9:30 or something. Yeah.
We went. It was the biggest pro shop I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it was huge.
It was massive.
Fantastic.
It was really nice. And we went there and we're like, oh, hi, we're here, we're checking in. And the guy was like, yeah, really nice. Oh, yeah. What time? We gave him the names. And we're like, oh, yeah, we got a buggy booked. And then Chenji was like, oh, by the way, I need to rent golf clubs. And I just looked at him like I gave him the evils. I was like,
oh, gosh.
Chenji, what are you talking about?
Oops.
And then he goes to me, yeah, I ended up not bringing them. And I'm like, looking at the pro shop guy. And he's like, I'm sorry, mate, we don't have any clubs to give you.
This is the thing, he didn't look concerned at all. He just says, sorry, we don't have any golf clubs.
He's like, it's not my problem. It's not his problem.
No, it's not his problem.
And I'm like, Chenji, what we're going to do? So then I'm like, trying to think of ideas. And I'm like, okay, why don't you use my club, Chenji? And then the pro shop guy was like, yeah, you can't do that. I was like, why? He goes, you're playing in a 4-ball. So it doesn't make sense for you both to use the same clubs because if you're playing by yourself, then you kind of can do it. But it just slows down the play. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So the guy was having none of it. I was trying to think of ideas. We couldn't come up with anything. There was no clubs to rent anywhere in Cyprus. Obviously, It's not like a golfing country. So my idea was we called a different golf course, Ilia Golf Estate. We were planning on playing 1 round at Aphrodite Hills. We ended up calling Ilia Golf Estate. We called them to see if they had a tea time available, which they did. Then the next question was, do you have any golf clubs available? Which they had 1 set of golf clubs available. And I was like, okay. So then what we did was we drove 20 minutes to a different golf course. Mm-hmm. We played 18 holes at Ilia Golf Estate, which was incredible.
Incredible.
We did not get a buggy because they didn't have any buggies. We had to walk in like 35-degree weather.
38.
It was horrible. I was trying to find olive trees to kind of get underneath for a bit of because just to get out of the sun for a bit. It was so hot. We ended up not playing 18, did we? We played 16.
16, yeah.
And then we walked up a massive hill to finish off. Then we drove to Aphrodite Hills because they had a tea time and golf club available
like 2 o'clock, 2:30 or something.
Yeah, and then we go to Aphrodite Hills, we get food, and then we were looking at each other like, we're really like, this is really hot. Shall we play? And then we ended up going, you know what? We're on holiday. Let's just play.
Quick 9.
So we ended up playing 9 holes. And the best bit was, I didn't like really, I knew that Aphrodite Hills was like a lot of fun and it was good fun. I went to the pro shop and I was like, yeah, we're only playing 9.
Well, you can only play 9 by then because it was going to be dark.
Yeah, it was twilight.
3 hours.
Twilight.
Twilight. So you can only do 9 holes.
So you can only do 9 holes. So the pro shop guy asks me, do you want to play the front 9 or the back 9?
No. They didn't say that. So like, oh, by the way, today's Thursday and it's like, we shuffle around the starting tees every week. So today everybody starts off the 9th.
Yeah.
So you're starting with a back 9 first and then playing the front 9.
So before Chenji said anything, I'm like, okay, cool. It's got its 9 holes of golf. I'm happy. But little did I know that Chenji did his research and he was like, is there any way that we can play the front 9 instead of the back 9? And I'm like, Chenji, man, like, what's the difference? He goes, trust me. There's a big difference.
Trust me, bro.
There's a big difference. Little did I know, he did his research, read all the reviews, and apparently the front 9 is this incredible 9 holes of just pure scenery and just amazing holes. The back 9 is good, but it's nowhere near as good as the front 9.
No, we even like afterwards, right? I said like, can we just like kind of do a quick sort of stopover by the back 9 hole just to see what it's like, so we can maybe one day come back and play. The guy says, yeah, sure thing, as long as you leave your golf bags, in the reception.
So we tried to kind of blag it, chip nearest to the pin on the
but
back
obviously
9.
Just took away our clubs anyway.
So the guy was like,
we did drive the back 9, and it was a good enough course, right? Back 9, but there was no view. There was not a lot of views.
No,
there was maybe like the only good hole was maybe 18th, whereas on the front 9 we had like at least 4 dramatic holes. Yeah, it was like, oh my gosh.
The front 9 is the best front 9 I've ever played in my life. It's beautiful.
Just so beautiful.
There's like, you can't play this course without a buggy.
No.
And we were like, how bad? Why?
T to T. Yeah. You're going through a canyon.
Yeah, literally.
In a valley.
Literally, like that.
You're going these like mountain roads, right? Like zigzag roads all the way to the bottom. And you hit a shot across the other side of the valley, and then you have to cross the valley to go to the green.
So we were like, why can't you just like just walk it? And then I thought it was weather because it's so hot. They don't allow you. But then when we started, we were like, oh, that's why. From the first green to the second tee box,
yeah.
it's 1 mile away.
It's crazy.
And it's like Chenji said, it's canyons and it's like little narrow roads that only fits one buggy. So it's just like little golf roads. And Chenji is driving and he's just speeding through this canyon. And I'm like, Chenji, please, I'm getting married in 2 days. You need to slow down, please. And he's like, don't worry, man. You're supposed to speed through the corners. I'm like, this is not Formula One, Chenji, man. Please, relax, calm down. But it was the best front nine I've ever played. It was
Fantastic.
beautiful. And yeah.
See, I do my research on the holes,
I'm
but I don't
glad.
do my research on getting my bags.
Yeah.
Getting my golf
Yeah,
clubs.
but thankfully, we got
All
like...
worked out.
I don't
And
know.
to be fair, we were supposed to play 2 rounds of golf, not 3, but we ended up playing 3, basically, didn't we?
Did we? What do you mean?
I thought we were only booked, basically. I think we were only supposed to play...
of course, because we played at Secret Valley as well.
Yeah, because we were only supposed to play 2 rounds of golf. 1 round on Wednesday, one round on Thursday.
No, was
No,
it
sorry,
Thursday?
Thursday and Friday. Yes,
Yeah.
correct. Yes.
And then we ended up playing 2 rounds on Wednesday and 1 round on Friday.
2 rounds on
Sorry,
Thursday
yeah.
and then 1 round on Friday.
Yeah, and it was good fun. We had the halfway house was nice.
Yeah, lovely.
We had where did we go? Was it Aphrodite Hills that we had like a nice halfway house, and we ordered like a bacon cob, and it was this like really bad Cypriot bacon.
Horrible.
It was just horrible Cypriot bacon,
Horrible.
and we didn't enjoy it. But then where did we go? Was it Secret Valley? That there was
Secret
like an
Valley,
ice cream
There was
shop.
an ice cream shop. There was a proper barbecue, right?
Yeah, he had a proper
coal-fired barbecue,
Yeah.
and and it was just sausage rolls.
That was
Amazing.
just as we needed.
Amazing.
We got a few drinks. We had a couple of beers. We had
few
ice
beers.
creams. We just made the most of it.
Let 2 groups play through.
Yeah.
We were just like having fun.
I enjoy Secret Valley, but because we played Aphrodite Hills and Ilia Golf Estate, it just didn't.
No.
It didn't
So
live up to the expectation.
This was the thing, Aphrodite Hills had all the dramatic views. There was incredible views. But the golf course itself, there wasn't a lot of undulations.
No.
The greens weren't very quick. And,
No.
Obviously for a hot country like Cyprus, the greens weren't going to be very green, right?
Yes.
So they were quite a bit burned. But it's fine. They're doing the best. Elia.
Mate.
Like,
So
not
this
the
is a
best, not the best of views, right? But okay, this is 38-degree middle of summer.
Oh my god. This is before Chenji tells you. This is a Nick Faldo course. So you
Very new as well.
very very new. And I found this course by accident because I just so happened to run. I don't know. Like I was on this golf website for like tea times, and I just found Ilia Golf Estate, and I thought it was actually in Turkey. Because obviously Cyprus and Turkey are so close to each
they're
other.
very close to each
and,
other, yeah.
And because it was like distance, like radius wise, I thought I was like on the south side of Turkey
Right.
until I like looked into it, and it was actually on the top end of Paphos.
Yeah.
And how good was the course?
Just incredible. The greens.
Oh
and
my God.
the thing is, to be honest, you didn't even notice it at the time. I mean, we were commenting like, oh my goodness. I mean, how green is this golf course? Like Bermuda grass in top
Beautiful.
shape. Like
Everything
it was
looked fake.
Walking, it was just like a carpet, and every once in a while, I ended up in the rough, right?
Yeah.
Every hole.
How many bunkers were there?
So many bunkers, but you were in the rough, right? And then you can see onto the fairway, and you can see this basically like the grass was like a carpet that's like this thick and just lush greens, right?
Yeah.
Everything was absolutely perfect. We play off the back tees, and there was nobody who played off there, so the tee box was just absolutely mint. This.
Everything.
Oh my goodness!
The
it was just
bunkers
so
were
perfect.
massive. There's
Huge. It was
There's
like a
probably,
beach.
I want to say, average 10 bunkers on every hole.
Yeah.
Like, because it's not a difficult course, but it's all the bunkers that make it so difficult,
All
right?
the bunkers, it's like the green side chips as well, because again the Bermudas, if it's against the grain, you have to chip it out or give it an extra go, right? Anyway, they must be using so much water. I don't think it's the most ecological of clubs.
But you say that, but because the sea's so close, they might just dig and just get free water because they own the land.
Yeah, but you can't water the grass with salt water, can you?
I'm sure there's
I'm sure there's some way to
filtration
keep
system.
it this. Yeah, I'm sure they do, right? Because that's why you can keep it that.
That's
green.
the only way. Unless
It's the
they're
only
paying.
way. No, seriously, you cannot make. I mean, it's 38 degrees. It almost never rains, and there's no clouds, right? So you're not protected from any of the sun, and it's seriously the green. It's the greenest golf club I've ever been.
Yeah, and for the weather, it's beautiful.
It's ridiculous.
If you ever go Cyprus, I would definitely recommend Ilia Golf Estate.
Yeah.
And Aphrodite Hills.
Absolutely.
It was so nice. The only bad thing was the weather. Like it was just too hot. And the pro shop guy was telling us in July and August, there's like nobody because it's so hot. there is nobody playing golf. And I'm like, oh, in England, that's like prime time to go out and play golf. We had a great time.
Which makes sense because all those guys in England are staying in England. Not going there to play golf, are they?
But it was so nice. We were at Aphrodite Hills and we were talking to this. So Aphrodite Hills is this like rich community on top of a hill in Paphos. And it's got, it was the first, I've lived in Cyprus all my life. It's the first time I've been past the gates, shall we say. And this is like massive, like there's like houses everywhere. It's like a massive estate full of houses and there's like shops. There was like a Costa Coffee. There was like 7 restaurants. And I'm like, I thought it was just holiday homes, but it's a massive community. And we were talking to one of the guys, like an old boy that lives there. And can you remember how much he said the membership was?
Yeah, it was only £3,500.
It was like £3,500.
Including buggies.
Including buggies, obviously, yeah. I've seen the price. But yeah, and he lives there and you can just play whenever you want. You get a buggy in your house or whatever. But it was such a beautiful place. The views were amazing.
I play there every day.
The conditions were nice, but it was like a typical, shall we say, like
it was a bit burnt, you know.
It was like a typical British grass. So it was like just normal grass.
Yeah,
there was nothing special about it. It was more the views.
Greens were a bit battered, but it's all right.
No, again, I don't think they were that bad considering the weather.
Bad. No, but after Elia
and anyway, you take me to St Andrews and I'm like, yeah, this place is not very.
No, seriously, though. I mean, St Andrews when we went,
beautiful,
and that was the open, right? The grass was brown.
Yeah,
it was like, but Elia is like, oh my goodness.
At Elia, there's 64 bunkers. At JCB, there's like 96.
96.
So there's 64 bunkers that are littered around the course, although you feel that there are hundreds of them.
There's literally
I don't know how they've placed these bunkers.
No, but to be fair, I don't know how they counted because, you know, I'm pretty sure on the second hole, right, and I was in the left side bunker a lot, right? They might consider that one bunker, but it literally is this long.
It was like this bunker.
Like this is the length of the fairway, and then this was the length of the bunker.
So in most bunkers, you don't. They're so big, you don't rake the bunkers. I don't know if you've noticed. There's like a little entryway where like a special like digger goes in and like rakes the bunkers. Like so they use like a little tractor to rake the bunkers. That's how big the bunkers are.
Wow.
So it was a great experience. I would definitely go back and play. Stegio actually, cause my cousin Stegio, is in Cyprus right now, and he messaged me yesterday, and he goes, because I'm going to Cyprus in a couple of weeks as well for a few days for a wedding. He goes to me, are we playing golf on the Monday? And I said no, and because I have already made plans with my friends from Cyprus, I don't really see that often. He got really angry at me, like he was like, I was like, I'll let you know. He goes, no, don't let me know. Yeah, he got really pissed off with me because I'm not playing golf with him.
Oh my god,
he got really pissed off with me.
But you see, this is the thing, you know, I'm actually quite concerned. I mean, 2 weeks with no golf, I'm going to be, I don't know.
You'll be fine.
Strange.
You'll be fine, don't worry.
But actually, speaking of golf, right, for the first time in a long time, actually probably like the first time ever, I was playing golf on Wednesday last week.
Right.
And I just wasn't feeling it.
Were you playing by yourself? Was it a comp?
No, I was playing with 2 friends.
Okay.
And they were having a lot of fun. The weather was all right. It was a bit muggy. There was like in a bit of, you know, drizzling rain. But it was fine. But I was just not feeling it. You know, I was hitting. It's like, you know, normally when you hit bad shots, it's fine. But when I was hitting bad shots, I just felt really angry. I was putting really bad as well. I was feeling angry. And overall, I just wasn't having it.
So you went through what I went through a few weeks ago.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, maybe. But I just don't know. It's like the first time ever. Like, I've never complained about bad shots because, I mean, I'm not that good at golf.
Right.
I'm still not that good at golf, right? So I shouldn't really be complaining about those bad shots. But I don't know. For that's the one day, the first day ever where I didn't feel happy at the golf course. You know how, like, you know, a few episodes ago we had Leo, our chef, shout out to Leo, at the podcast, and we said, you know, golf, no matter what happens, I'm just happy at golf.
Yeah.
And literally like a week later, I felt an unhappy day on the golf course.
Have you played since?
No.
And you're not playing you're playing today?
I'm playing today. So I wonder if things are going to change today.
So
and maybe it's just been like a long week at work. It's been like, I don't know, maybe I've been looking forward to going to Mexico.
Yeah.
But for some reason, that was like the one day I wasn't actually happy. And I think my playing mates could see that I wasn't really happy. I was just kind of not really taking it serious. I was just trying to like get to the 19th hole, get a pint of beer down my neck. Seriously. First time this ever happened to me.
My advice to you will be, because I went through this a couple of weeks ago, I played 2 back-to-back days, terrible golf, up to the point where I didn't really want to play golf for like a week for like a couple of weeks. Just I need a break from golf. I'm playing so bad. I ended up playing like the following week on the Sunday, And when I went in with a clear mind, and I said, I'm not going to try anything fancy. I'm not going to try and do any. I'm not going to try and be cute with golf. Just get the ball to over there.
Yeah.
I took one club more every single time.
Yeah.
So instead of getting a 7-iron, I get a 6.
Yeah.
Instead of getting a 6, I get a 5, for example. And just play nice and simple golf. I didn't try and like power through every single shot. Just nice, simple golf. And I ended up, we came third on Stableford, and obviously happy days. But it's just, don't expect too much from today.
No.
But at the same time, just play simple golf. Just try and enjoy as much as possibly.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, because I'm not going to play golf for 2 weeks, so I really want it. Like, that's why, literally, I'm flying out tomorrow morning, and I'm playing like this afternoon. Haven't packed yet. Ignoring all responsibilities. Just want to get my last round in before I go.
I don't blame you.
But seriously, like, Wednesday when I played, everything just felt wrong. I couldn't set up just couldn't set up. And my swing felt like
stiff,
like an old man, stay or swing.
Yeah.
Just everything felt, my putting stroke felt like the yips. I had some horrible yips, and it's just, everything was bad, and I was just unhappy. I'm seriously, I felt very sad that evening, because I was like, gosh, this is my happy place, but for the first time ever in my happy place, I'm sad.
Yeah, I get that. I completely understand where you're coming from. I went through exactly the same thing 2 weeks ago. I'm still kind of going through it, don't get me wrong. It's just the last time I played golf was when I played okay. I didn't play great, but I got the ball around, like very average, very, very average golf. But it's way better. I would take very average golf to really bad golf that I played the week before, right? So today, think of it, can it be any worse? No. So just try and just take, even if it's a bad shot, don't think, oh, this is a bad shot. As long as it's gone straight and somewhere down the middle, just crack on, try and forget about the last shot.
So?
Just try your best. It's just one of those things, man. We go through it. It's
well, it's better ball today, so it's
is it?
Yeah. So at least if my partner's playing well, it's fine.
You'll be all right. Don't worry about it. Just think about Mexico tomorrow. Think about tequila. I want you to bring me back some tequila, not a big bottle.
The only thing that'll be in my suitcase on my way back will be bottles of tequila.
I love tequila. Tequila, I could, if I had to pick one drink ever, it would be shots of tequila.
This is not going to be tequila you're drinking. It's going to be mezcal, which is a single malt of whiskeys, of tequilas. So single origin. Like tequila is like just, everything mixed together, right? From different farms, agave farms.
Right.
Mezcal is a single origin. It comes from that particular farm. They've grown that agave plant with love and care.
Okay.
TLC.
I can't wait to try it.
So you don't really get this a lot in over here. So.
We should be having shots of tequila. I would love to try it.
Sounds good.
Or mezcal. What do you call it?
Mezcal.
Say?
Mezcal.
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 Mezcal. I don't know what you're saying.
Malaca.
Okay. Oh, that's what it is. Just say that. But yeah, it's. I can't wait to try this. So this drink. Yeah. Do you have it with salt and lemon?
No. You sip it.
So you don't shot it?
No, you don't shot it. No. Why would you? Oh my goodness.
That's the point. That's why I like tequila.
Fake tequila, fam.
That's why I like tequila. That's all I know. I've never heard of this thing. I didn't know.
No, come on. When we're in Amsterdam and we're playing, we're drinking Don Julio 1942.
Yeah.
We're taking shots with that, with lime and salt.
I was.
Oh my goodness.
I was drinking out of the bottle. Wait. So was 1942?
That's a nice bottle of Don Julio tequila.
Yeah. So that's tequila.
That's tequila. Yeah.
It's not the other thing that you said.
But that's like Johnny Walker Blue, right?
Yeah. Again, with tequila, mate. You're supposed to shot it.
Oh my gosh.
Unless it's like in a cocktail, then I'm shotting it, mate. I love tequila shots.
Malaca.
Mate, I love tequila. Sorry, but yeah.
Respect the drink. Respect the farmers.
That's fine. I don't mind. So next time we'll just sip on some
tequila.
Pascal. Okay, sounds good to me. So I'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks.
with 10 cases of tequila.
Cases of tequila, exactly.
It's going to bring me back on the cheap tequila because I can't do the difference.
Yeah, now that you say
I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I would do the same.
£5 a pop, mate.
That's fine. That's no problem. And to be honest, I didn't really like Don Julio.
You don't like it?
I'm not going to lie to you.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't really enjoy it. I'd rather have like Jose Cuervo.
Oh my goodness. Oh gosh.
I love that stuff. But yeah, I didn't really like Don Julio. I'm glad I didn't pay for it. Shout out and Andrea.
Shout out to Andrea.
He paid for it. He was like my stag present. He bought me a very expensive bottle of Don Julio. We still drank it. I remember I actually walked out of the club. I just remember this. Should we just? So we were in this like really nice, expensive club. We went out and something just came over me. I don't know if it was drunk or just something came over me and I felt really, really bad. And because it was my stag, if I said to everybody like, oh, by the way, I don't feel well, I need to go, everybody would have left. Mm-hmm. And because everybody was having such a good time, like Chenji was just cutting shapes on the dance floor. And I felt bad. So I just literally got my stuff and I just left. And then when I got back to the hotel, I don't remember how I got to the hotel. I just texted the group chat and I was like, guys, just so you know, I'm at the hotel. I don't feel very well. Please stay and have a good time. I just didn't want to ruin their night. They ended up staying until the sun came out, didn't you?
No, we didn't. We went back home.
No, not straight after. You stayed for a while.
No. We went back home.
Me and Chenji were sharing a room. We were sharing a room, weren't we? Oh no, we weren't. You were sharing with Theo.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about my stag and what we got up to. Let's move on. So last episode we spoke about Live and PGA Tour and how they're going head to head and how PGA Tour is making all these like breakaway things and like leagues and side missions, shall we say?
Side missions, pretty much.
Side missions, and what they've also announced, which is very interesting. This is like old news, but I'll bring it up anyway because I couldn't find it in the last episode. They released they've made an announcement to all the tour members about all the things that will be starting from 2023.
Some exciting changes, you know.
And there's some really exciting changes. And this is what Chenji was talking about, how PGA needs the competition from Live to help the game of golf in general grow. And there's some really, really, really cool things that happen here. So I want to kind of quickly go through them. Some are a lot more interesting to us than others, but I will quickly go through a couple. So the first thing is we will elevate another event. Right, the first one's a bit boring. Something about FedEx. We don't care about that.
No, so basically, like the first thing is, so they're creating 12 elevated events where it's going to be, a lot, 20 million purses, and those, and only people who make a certain, only people who are good enough to play will be invited to play those events.
So that doesn't include.
So
the
that's
FedEx.
directly sort of, what's it called? Piggybacks off what Liv has done, right, to create sort of events where there is a huge amount of purse at stake, so people want to come and make boatloads of money.
That's it. They're also the PIP program.
Play Impact program.
The Play Impact program. If you don't know what that is basically your social media footprint.
Growing the game. So helping the PGA Tour grow the game of golf.
So whoever gets the most views and most clicks, is that a good way to put it?
Pretty much.
At the end of the season, gets a lot of money.
No, there's a pot, and I think if you were the most impactful player in growing the game and social media, getting people engaged with the PGA Tour, with golf in general, then you get basically like $40-50 million or something like that.
So as it stands, I mean, this is new, right? It first started last year.
I think so, and Phil Mickelson won the first one.
No, he didn't.
No, was it not?
No, Tiger Woods won by a long shot, and Phil was like complaining because Phil plays golf.
Of course,
and he came second or third.
Yeah, of course.
And Tiger Woods was like going through his rehab from breaking his legs.
Like literally, posted one
video, and he posted a swing video
after his recovery, and he just wins PIP by a mile.
So the PIP purse was $50 million last year, and now it will be $100 million.
Oh my goodness!
And I think now it's rewarded to the top 20 players, where like a year ago it was the top 10 players, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So imagine being that 11th person that just didn't make the cut. But yeah, so they're doing that. What else? Beginning of 2023, we will debut the Earning Assurance Program, where a fully exempt members of Corn Ferry Tour category and above are guaranteed a $500,000 league minimum.
So basically, people have a minimum earnings
of $500,000.
Of $500,000.
Brilliant. That's very good.
That's good. No, because they are growing the game, right? They're participating in a big money printing machine, and they should be getting something back, even if they're not performing that well.
And then another bullet point: non-exec members that are not doing very well. What they will do is they will provide $5,000 for every missed cut to assist them with travel costs and other tournament-related expenses.
Yeah, of course, because
incredible.
Your caddy has to get paid. Yes. Your coach has to get paid.
Your hotel fees,
which is not going to be cheap.
Your plane fees, your food, even if paying your mortgage. At least now you have £5,000 coming in if you miss a cut.
It's not a lot, but
It's
it'll
not
cover
a lot,
expenses,
and especially
but
for
it's
them.
good because people literally get into debt to do this.
Yes, and it's some people like battle depression. There's a lot that goes behind that behind the scenes that go. I mean, we only know a couple of stories, but it happens a lot where people actually stop. They will quit golf because they're not making enough money, even though they have the potential.
Of course.
So I think that's brilliant. I think that's really cool.
Fantastic.
Where is it? Starting qualifying for season-ending tour championship will provide a 2-season PGA Tour exemption. Oh my God! The best thing is lost. It's somewhere down here. The best thing. Finally, live members will no longer have a requirement of 15 seasons of membership. Once a player reaches 20 wins, he will immediately be eligible for live membership.
Mm-hmm.
That is so cool. So if you make 20 wins on tour, you don't need to get the points, the minimum required points, to keep your tour card, your PGA card, right?
Yeah, but come on, how likely is that? That's going to affect minimal amount of people. Like, only that many people can win multiple events per year.
I agree, but it's just, I think it's pretty cool.
Every single year, yeah.
I mean, if you're, I get it. If you had 20 wins on tour, then you're like a household name kind of thing, right?
I mean, obviously this one is. I mean, it doesn't feel like a lot, but obviously this is a big deal for some people who might be thinking, people like Cam Smith, who might be potentially defecting to live. Right, Cam Smith is a type of.
Ooh, I didn't even think
about
that.
it. No, because he's the type of player who can probably win 3-4 events a year if he plays well, because it's just natural talent, isn't he? Right. So, in the future, when these players like Cam Smith will come to the PGA Tour and they're having a fantastic 5 seasons where they won, let's just say, for 5 seasons they've been winning 4 events every single season, so they've won 20 tour events, right, in 5 years.
Yeah.
So they're going to give him life membership.
Here's another question. Let's say, for argument's sake, Tiger Woods signs up to live. I don't know. Let's say, obviously, that's not going to happen. But let's just say, obviously, Tiger Woods has more than 20 wins. Mm-hmm. That means that Tiger Woods is allowed to play in the PGA, even though he's signed to live, because he's won more than 20 events. Because he has a lifetime membership.
To be honest, I don't know how it's going to work. Maybe you have to commit to the PGA Tour. Right?
Maybe
you can't defect to keep your tour card, but it just means that, right, after 5 seasons of brilliant play, you've won 20 tournaments. Right, you don't need to play another 10 seasons, so you can get a lifetime membership to PGA.
Yeah.
Right? You'll just get it straight away. You can come play.
I cannot wait.
I think it's to keep people like Cam Smith to stay with PGA rather than defecting potentially to a rival tour.
I can't wait for the first major of next season. Or I'm guessing we're going to find out way before the major. Is it the Masters, the first one?
The Masters first one, yeah.
So I can't wait to see what happens with like DJ or Phil Mickelson, if they're going to let him back in, or any major winner. Because if you win the Masters, you're allowed to go back for the rest of the year.
Yeah, Sergio Garcia won 2017.
There you go.
He's
I can't wait to see if did Ian Porter win?
No.
So I can't wait to see if
DJ, obviously.
Yeah, if they're allowed to play in the major. I don't think there will be.
We'll see.
I don't know. I can't.
I hope they do, because it's like, come on, just because you're drinking Pepsi doesn't mean you can never drink Coke again.
Well, it kind of does. It kind of does. If you're sponsored by Coke, you're not allowed to drink Pepsi, or if you're sponsored by Under Armour,
okay,
you can't wear Nike. That's the way it goes. So if you're playing for the PGA Tour, you can't play for live, or if you play for live, you can't play for PGA Tour.
But the thing is, actually, the majors are not Pepsi or Coke, because they don't. For example, the Masters, it's organized by Augusta National.
Yeah, but it's still a PGA
Championship.
Tour event,
No, it's not. That's the thing. It's not a PGA event.
Well,
none of the majors are actually PGA Tour events or European Tour events or whatever event. They are their own organization. Like the US Open is organized by the USGA.
Right.
The PGA Championship is organized by the PGA of America, which is a separate entity compared to the PGA Tour. And then obviously the British Open is organized by the Royal and Ancient, the R&A. And the Masters is organized by Augusta National. So these are 4 completely separate organizations. So they're not Pepsi and they're not Coca-Cola. They're like, I don't know, what's another drink out there? It's not owned by them.
Gatorade.
No, they're owned by Coca-Cola or something.
I mean, everything's
I don't know.
Prime.
I don't know. They're just its own kind of drink. And so you should be able to have a drink, right?
I don't know, man. Well, clearly not, because there's a lot of lawyers and a lot of money involved to try and get them to kind of.
But just, we'll see what happens. But I generally think, everybody should be able to participate if they qualify for. I mean, this is the argument, right? Obviously, with the Masters, if you win the Masters, you'll be, you should be playing there forever. Like Bernhard Langer, he's been playing there since literally forever. Yeah. But it's going to be hard to qualify for the US Open if you're playing on the Live Tour and you're not getting those, what's it called again? The world, points. The point, yeah, the world ranking points. Yeah. The OW.
I'm saying if you've won a major, then you should be able to play in that major, even though you play for Live.
Yeah, of course.
But obviously, if you haven't won a major, like has Cam Smith? No, he's won the Open. So Cam Smith, if he goes to Live, which I think he probably will. Yeah. He can play at the Open because he's won it.
No, but so if you win a major, you get exemption to every single one of the other majors.
Wait, explain that again.
So Cam Smith won the British Open.
Yeah.
He automatically gets exemptions to go to the Masters, the US Open, PGA.
Well, forever.
Not forever, for like 3 years or something.
Oh,
like that.
I thought if you win the Open, you're allowed to play at the Open for the rest of your life. That doesn't count for the Masters. So for the Masters, you have to qualify in the top 100 people.
But for the next 3 or 5 years, you are able to get exemption to the
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So there's all these rules, aren't there? Yeah.
If you haven't won,
but it's also like, for example, like the top 12 from the Open or like from the Masters will get exemption into the next version of the Open or the Masters.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's like, for example, whoever's played top 12 at the Masters doesn't need to qualify for an invitation for the next Masters because they'll be able to participate in that. Same as I think the Open as well. Like for example, there were a lot of Live Tour names on the top sort of 12 list. Right. So they should be able to qualify automatically for the Open next year, unless something happens.
I think the PGA are going to do everything in their power to stop the Live players from playing in any major.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's what they're going to do.
And the Live players, they're going to do everything in their power to try and get into
those majors. Absolutely, so it's going to be. It's a major political point. I think
it is.
Now.
It's massive.
Yeah, but again, it's like we said, competition has helped fuel the PGA. Where does all that money come from? 50 million extra from the Play Impact program, right? All that money for like the earnings assurance.
So just imagine how much
hundreds of millions. So how much money has the PGA Tour been making? It's not a public company; it's a private company. It doesn't need to disclose how much money is made, right? So just imagine, all of a sudden, they've got hundreds of millions of dollars. To spend. All of a sudden, to spend.
Maybe the PGA was just greedy.
So of course they were greedy. Any monopoly would be greedy. Like if you owned a steel company and you were the only steel producer in the world, what do you think you're going to do? We're going to jack up the prices.
Yeah, of course.
Push out every consumers. Yeah. Easy, simple economics. If you were the only chip shop brand in the United Kingdom, what would you do?
I'll be
Same
charging
exact thing.
£300 for a fish and chips.
Absolutely.
And then I will go bankrupt because nobody would pay that. We're not far off, though. We're not far off. Oh, wait. Moving on. I have a post here that I sent. I think I sent. No, I didn't send you. You've seen this. I want to go through this. There's 10 points of top douchebag moves that golfers make, and I want to see what you agree and what you don't agree with.
Sounds good.
Or what you do and what you don't do. Right. So number one,
I probably do them all.
You probably do.
I mean,
well, you definitely do number one.
Have you seen my plate? My play last episode.
That was just so bad. Oh my god! And you've actually made another silly purchase of the week, but it's not here yet. So we will have it for next episode.
If it arrives, yes.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
But yeah, you've made another one, right?
Another auction, actually.
You and eBay need to block eBay from your computer. Right. So number one, you definitely do this.
Yeah.
Club twirling after bombing a drive.
Mate, I don't even bomb my drive. I literally shank it 50 yards onto the other fairway, and I still club twirl.
I have seen you club twirl for shots that do not deserve a club twirl. And the worst part is I can't club twirl. Like I always see people do it. I'm like, that looks pretty cool, man.
It's like you hit it literally 2 feet to the hole on a par 3, and you can't club twirl for your life.
And it's funny. A few months ago, you've tried to teach me how to do a club twirl,
and you still can't.
And I almost hit my head with the club face. Remember? It's just I can't do it.
That's
But
just
I'm
so
fine. I'm happy. I'm happy. I don't need to do it.
So you're not a douchebag.
Well, for now, there's still 9 more points, mate.
No, if you missed the first one,
Yeah.
that's it.
Walking in a putt. I don't think I've ever walked in a putt.
Oh, I've tried to do that. Happens maybe about
One-
1%
yeah.
of the time.
I've never walked in a putt because every putt of mine is like the only way I'm walking in a putt is like if it's like a foot away, and even that I'm still trembling and I still might miss. So yeah. Okay. This is a good one. I've done this before. Using a rangefinder on a par 4 tee box.
Oh yeah, of course you do that.
I've done that before because if it's like a reachable par 4, I've done it in Paphos. I think it was like the 8th hole is like a reachable par 4.
Yeah.
And I was like, and there was like houses right next to the tee box, and I was just trying to drive the green, and I've sliced I sliced the first, and I'm like, Chenji, I'm driving this green. It was this beautiful hole, and I was like, I'm driving the green, and then by the 4th try,
I've got a video. I've got a video.
Yeah,
of you
we do,
doing that.
don't we? So yeah, I've done that. I don't think that's bad. If it's like a 280-yard short par 4, then
Easy.
Easy.
So much my 7-iron goes.
Yeah. And then you do it, and then you club 12.
Hey, I gotta choose between my 7-iron and my 6-iron, dude.
Yeah. Right. Being unsatisfied with an approach shot that is 3 feet from the pin.
Hideki Matsuyama.
Yeah. I've done that a couple of weeks ago where I've hit a shot and I was like, that's so bad, and I've had a lucky bounce and it kind of a good bounce.
I'll tell you what though, to be fair, sometimes you do it inadvertently because some of the best results come from bad shots.
Yes. Yeah.
So actually, sometimes you thin a shot in the middle of the fairway,
Yeah, you're like,
and
"Oh, I
somehow
can't
it
believe it."
rolls along the shaping
Yeah.
of the green, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
ends up like 5 foot next to the hole.
Yeah. Number 5, saying that you've pulled where is it? Saying that you pulled or pushed your drive even though it's in the fairway.
Yeah, happens all the time.
I've done that before when like, oh, that didn't feel good,
Didn't feel good.
and then it's
Middle of
like
the fairway.
middle of the fairway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of done that. That's pretty douchey, isn't it? Or someone says good shot, and I'm like, I never say thank you.
Pulled
I'm
that.
like, yeah, I was all right.
Yeah.
So number 6, saying I've hit that off the toe after a 330-yard drive. I mean, I've hit a 330-yard drive maybe twice in my life.
Well,
And I've never said I've hit that off the toe. I've always said like, what just happened?
here's the thing. Hitting off the toe isn't that bad. You don't lose a lot of distance
As
hitting
long
off
as
the toe.
as long as the club face is like on the right direction.
Now, you will lose a lot of distance if you hit it off the heel.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So what's more impressive would be hitting it off the heel and still going 330 yards.
I don't think that's possible.
That's a proper douchebag. I mean,
I don't think
come
that's
on.
possible.
I do that all the time, mate.
Yeah. Yeah. Careful. Right, number 7. Wearing long white pants when playing in the heat as if you're on tour. So if you don't know, I mean you should know this, but if you're on tour, you're not allowed to wear shorts. You're allowed to wear shorts if it's like practice round, but if it's like the actual event, you are not allowed to wear shorts. So
When have you ever seen me wear trousers?
Yeah, I've never seen you wear
even in the
long
winter.
trousers. I wear long trousers like most of the time.
You do that.
And I do have white long trousers.
Yeah,
And
there we go.
I'm not gonna
Douchebag.
lie. They're really nice. I'm not gonna lie. So that's number 7. Number 8, asking someone what the handicap is within 3 minutes of meeting them. I think that's like a normal thing. No?
I literally.
I mean, not because
the moment I find out they wear something remotely golf related.
What's your handicap, mate?
What's your handicap, mate?
But I try and like size them up, and I'm like, because I'm not asking to show off my handicap because my handicap.
There's nothing to show off about.
There's nothing to show off about.
Me neither.
So if I'm looking at like a 6'3" slim guy and he looks quite athletic and he's wearing like something golf related, I'm probably not going to ask because I'm like, he's going to say like, oh, I shoot off 9, and then obviously he's going to be like, oh, what's your handicap? And I have to say 17 while looking like down, like, oh yeah, my handicap's 17.
Doesn't matter.
But and then I have to follow up with, yeah, but I've only just started playing like a year and a half ago. So
I only started playing 2 months ago.
yeah. So 17 is not that bad.
Exactly.
Yeah. So number 8. No, that was number 8. Number 9. Complaining that your approach shots are getting too much backspin. That's really good. I've never ever complained because I can generate backspin with like a Pro V1, but I definitely can't generate backspin with a Kirkland ball. I've noticed that lately. So I've never ever like, I think that's very satisfying to like watch your ball land and then spin back.
Yeah, I know, but
I've never ever complained.
Happens to me all the time. It's like on my 10th hole in Kettleston Park Golf Club, and it's like you've got about 130 yard to approach if you hit a decent 5 iron, and then use a nice little 56 wedge, right? Hit it on in the middle of the green. and then it just spins back right off into the fairway.
56 wedge for 130 yards.
And it spins back. No, it's actually turned out to be only 110 yards because it gets 20 yards of spin.
Right. Number 10 and the best one. We've done this a lot.
What's that?
Saying, this is a birdie hole frequently.
I think they spelled bogey wrong.
Yeah. This is a birdie hole frequently. Like, oh, yeah. This is like a short par 4. Easy birdie hole. Easy.
Easy.
I could probably count how many birdies I had.
This par 5 is basically a par 3 for me.
Yeah. It's a par 5, but yeah, you can get it there in like 2.
Yeah.
Like
no, it's like Bryson DeChambeau
Yeah.
commenting like 2 years ago at the Masters. This is, I think I'm playing this like a par 67.
That's mad. Anyway, that was 10 douchebag moves that people do in golf. I thought that was pretty good. I like that these little memes. We just something to talk about, right?
It's brilliant. No, we need to start making some of the memes as well. There we go.
Yeah. I want to make the meme of the Pablo Escobar thing.
Yeah. Oh my god.
We'll see.
Oh, we'll do
But
it.
yeah, I think
That's gonna be the thumbnail for our video.
that'd be a good thumbnail, you know.
Yeah, it would be.
I might work on that.
Do it.
Right, that is the podcast for today. Chenji, have a good time
Thank you
in
very
Mexico.
much, sir.
I can't
Thank you.
wait. Next
Thank you.
episode, we will start with tequila shots
Tequila shots, yes.
or sipping tequila, whatever you allow me to do. I don't think I want to. Anyway, we'll do it.
Uncouth.
Whatever you pour me, I'll drink while doing the podcast. Get a little buzz going. Right, thank you guys for listening, watching, subscribing.
Like,
Please
share, and subscribe.
like, share, and subscribe. Leave down your comments. What you want us to talk about. Just get involved. Really.
Don't forget any silly purchases.
Any
comments.
silly purchases.
We're gonna have
play
a
it one
shout
more
out.
time.
Silly purchases of the week. Silly purchases of the week.
Wicked. I like that jingle. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, any silly purchases that you've made, just comment. Let us know, and we could talk about them on the podcast.
Absolutely.
Content. That's good. Right. Thank you guys for listening, and we will see you next week.
Peace
Bye.
out.